A little bit. I love the fact that they're stacking up the bosses immediately from the get-go. They know that the damage check on this fight is going to be something you completely ignore. It's something that you're going to have to make sure that you're working on. It does look like everything's gone a little bit sideways here, so we're just going to probably throw this one a bit.
Also, so when your bolts are strong, you see there's like a sword. Now the animation.
Oh, that is so cool.
Slowly goes down.
What do you need?
Reaching the bottom.
Strength. Be safe. For the Horde. May your blades never dull.
Yep, and then once it hits the ground, you can see on the right hand side of your screen now. I think.
Go forth to victory. Strength.
What can I help you with?
That was it.
That was
You're entirely right.
Strength.
Oh, Ventrilo. Oh man. Yeah, I used Vent for a while.
Yeah.
Mumble as well. Mumble was huge
yeah.
in mists. Every guild was using Mumble and mists. And an overlay. Crazy times.
Oh my god, yeah.
And it was like really, it was really large and completely unnecessary because you just eventually know each other's voices anyway.
Yes.
But, the good old days. Oh man, that is funny. I can't believe that there's this whisper. I'm still getting over it. Do you know, be good for that actually, because you're talking about having alternative push to talks and stuff.
Yeah.
Having a foot pedal, which Elgato do sell. I actually went out of my way. This is not a sponsored bit.
Yeah.
I went and bought it, and it's awesome. I love it so much.
It's funny because so many people are memeing the foot pedal.
It's so good.
But it makes so much sense because obviously the more abilities you're binding to like keyboard and mouse, you always have to use your hands. And an MMO, you have so many things to press at the same time, right? And what are you doing? Nothing.
True. Or walking.
Or walking.
The foot
Now,
pedal.
if you're walking,
Maybe not foot pedal.
you might not want to use a foot pedal. But if you're not walking while playing the game, then a foot pedal is very nice. Also, it does promote good sitting like posture.
True. Yeah,
You
instead
know,
of having your
people
like legs up all the time.
Legs up in a chair or like cross-legged like I was.
Yeah, I know.
And if you have foot pedal, you kind of like want to have your feet there.
No, you can't play that noise. That's unacceptable. That is
I was
not
like, wait,
cool.
what was that? Like,
I just woke up in 2005. What's going on? Don't you dare! The production is downloading LimeWire right this second. Gets Napster in. Gonna see if we can torrent something. Hopefully it's not a virus.
it's funny because one of my mods has access to one of my overlays on stream. So sometimes he'll come in and he can play sounds and he can play overlays, and
That's
I'm not aware of
terrifying.
it. It is terrifying. But once in a while he'll like troll me with certain sounds, and like for example, he'll have this guy call like sound coming up out of nowhere, and they're like, what's going on?
What year is it? What's going on? Oh, that's scary. That's
And
really
the
scary.
ICQ is like, uh-oh.
It's too much. Yeah, I found the foot pedal useful for no, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to do that.
It's so good. It's such
No! Joel, Skype, Joel. Oh man, it's yeah, I use it for when I was streaming progress that I wanted to have a push to talk for because I was doing the ultimate in Final Fantasy. I wanted to have push to talk to be able to talk to the group whilst also be able to talk to the stream. So it's, but
yeah.
obviously we were sitting a very difficult boss, so my hands were kind of busy, so I was just using the phone for a second. But quite well. I always had an emergency button that immediately opened up a video with the, you know, the everything's gonna be okay seal, which is just spinning around on the spot. I had like a 10-hour loop of that I had an emergency button for on my foot pedal. It just immediately opened up a browser source and just started playing it when we went on and on. Certainly helped out.
Just, if you want to be more active, if you like, you need to move more, you know, because you're playing video games all day, just sitting around all day. It also it's like a very important ability on your foot pedal that you have to press all the time.
I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. I think as next race, see for production, if we can get for the analyst desk a treadmill, one of those, that'd be so good.
I actually miss my walking pad so much.
That'd be so good. We have a walking pad version of the set next time. Oh, dude.
I should be laughing. I should pretend I don't notice.
Oh, what's that noise? Oh.
What is
Oh
it?
man, I have no idea what that sound is. Also, I don't. Did you like in the ancient times they had to roll up the windows in their cars manually instead of having a? Oh, that's crazy. I
It's
watched.
so funny because I made a like it was with some people in real life, and I was like making a meme about that. I was like, oh, let me just open the window, and I like did this, and they're like, what are you doing? It's like, what do you mean you open the window? It's like, yeah, it's like the old car. What?
No, I saw this TikTok which is a bunch of like 18-year-olds that are getting shown like a floppy disk and like a like classroom projector, and they're like, I don't know what that is, and I'm like, yeah, you go to hell. How dare you? Oh, yeah, it is a thing. I don't know what they're doing at the beginning of these pools. All we do know is that it's not going well. So we'll make sure that we focus on it once they've figured out whatever they're trying to do here. They've had 4 people down at the very beginning of the pool. Some of them don't even have the debuff, but they don't have any marked debuff, so we'll work out what's going on and we'll get that to you when we can. Oh dear. We've gone too far back. It's, oh. Remember this noise?
No.
Good. Oh, that's the correct answer.
What is that?
I don't know. I've never heard dial-up before.
What brings
And then,
you here?
dial-up? What's that? Not me. Yeah. Oh man, I do remember playing video games and someone ringing the house phone, and like I'm no longer on RuneScape. Unfortunately, hopefully no one's camping me in the wilderness. Oh dear.
My what's it like? The sister of my grandmother.
Oh right, okay. Maybe like a great aunt, perhaps.
Yeah, my great aunt would have like the actual like a phone with like a dial where you actually have.
Oh, they're all the rotary phones.
They're rotary phones. And yeah, I mean they're so fun. Okay, but people know that because they're in movies.
Yes.
And, like these were these old movies they always do that. But she actually has ever dial. And we always like call people, of course. So it's fun.
Yeah, I know. It's a great. I remember playing with them as a kid. I really enjoyed it. Little rotary phones. It's good. I'm just going to be collecting their weapon together in a moment, and then
I think just standing does damage then.
it does. It's not great. It's not a crazy amount of damage, but yes, it does do damage just chilling in there. unfortunately only 2 webs, and the damage from this charge not survivable. But that looked good, right? You know, obviously we kind of had a little bit of a whoops with 2 players colliding, but if they didn't collide, then it looked like we were able to. I don't know why it took them so long to don't calm. This is not old people hour, okay? It's just full nostalgia.
Never seen this before.
Yeah, I have no idea
Now
what
I'm
it is.
getting. Now we're actually getting to this hour where we are. What is over?
23. I'm 18. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, the infinite march of time. Why? I'm 31 now.
33 is what I'm saying, yeah. All the I should be knowing these things. You swear, like, me being out of the loop, like, I generally just don't know things. Like, I've been playing video games for so long, and sometimes people, like, say this, like, super famous game, and I'm like, I don't know what it is.
I have no idea what you're
And
talking
now
about.
it's, like, actually coming into my favor because people think I'm not as old. Like, the people think that I'm just too young to know, when in fact I'm not. I'm not too young, I just don't know.
You're just like, oh, you know, Minesweeper, and you're like, no, never heard of it. Tamagotchis.
Okay, I do know Tamagotchis, I also know that Furbies, so they're
Furbies
called.
are terrifying.
They were horrible.
Yeah.
They were actually horrible.
The things that they would say, I was about to emulate it, but I don't want to be in the highlights. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
Furbies were totally possessed, and I know I'm always talking about ghosts. I know it's a thing, but nah, they were. I remember once when I was a kid, my Furby scared me because it was talking in the middle of the night, like asking me to like kill my family or whatever it is it ended up doing. So I like threw it to the back of the cupboard, and then it was just like Furby, and I'm like, no, get out, fucking ass, get out of here.
Right next to Tamagotchi, it's like doing beeping.
Furbies are not good. Yeah, Furbies are just not good.
Tamagotchis were great though.
Tamagotchis are awesome as well.
Furbies just went too far,
Ooh,
you know.
unfortunately we did.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, it's got pear-shaped again, as it is. I think they're still working out the 6 range players exactly how they want to be doing this. See the double rewind going off as the mobs get into position. That's crazy. Absolutely mad. But as this call does come to an end, back to Furby's call.
No, Furbies were cursed. I mean, we didn't have them.
Didn't have one.
Hey,
But just one
I'm
at
good.
your
How are you?
house.
One didn't get one out.
Oh my god.
Friends of my brothers had Furbies and then we just dropped them.
It's a way that, you know, just get, you can't throw a Furby into like a forest or into a trash or anything like that. Because by the time you come back to it, it's sat there at the end of the bed looking at you, so it has to be doing something else. It's like a curse.
Well, you're watching me, so you have to be good.
So, yeah, Furbies, I have no idea. I'm surprised that's not a Furby movie, but like instead of it being like, you know, like a Mario movie, or like, you know, a Happy Family movie, just like the most screwed up, like, gore fest. Yeah, Furbies are creepy.
There's one thing about horror movies. I don't usually like scared that much by horror movies, but if there's like possessed like children, they,
That is
it's
kind of
like
creepy, yeah.
It's the creepiest thing ever. And the only thing that would be worse is possessed Furbies.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
where they're like hanging from the ceiling, like me hungry, and it's like, nah, dude, that's not on. That is not acceptable.
Horrible.
Yeah. So we're in on Paul's on a very important boss.
King's honor, friend.
Welcome back to the stream. Just started talking about Furbies. What's going on? So.
Have to be like, sorry. I mean, let's not pretend like WoW viewers are like young. Okay, I'm sorry, but the average age of a WoW player is older than 30, like 31.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. That makes me feel better.
Yeah,
There we go. That's all that needs. They managed to.
I just made that up on the spot, by the way.
I'm so glad.
No, it's
It doesn't
true.
matter.
It's actually true.
we did once again have the tethers go a little bit awry, so once again that charge is going to go off. It feels like progress is being made to sort out these tethers. It seems like we're also managing to soak all of the motes that are spawning from the initial acid rain, and the CDs are in place to be able to survive as the large scarab man makes his way towards the wall, because him just getting ready for the charge does so much rain damage. So we are making Just that it seems like the 6 players on the outside just have to do a little bit of fiddling. I think they tried it to have the webs just spawn immediately on them, so they didn't even move from the webs bomb locations. That didn't unfortunately go to plan. Shame, big shame. But at least I spammed through it. That's like a good curse, because every house also had that.
Yeah.
Did you have one of these?
We did.
Yeah.
They are great though.
They're awesome. We used to have Tamagotchis when I was like in like primary school when I was like 6, 7, and we took them in. Once mine got confiscated, and I got it back at the end of the day, and it was dead, and there was just poop everywhere. That's a tough lesson for a 7-year-old. I don't think I've ever got over that. And that's why I am like I am today. Oh God, why were all our toys when I was young so horrible?
When we had like these, the one I wish I just show on the screen of the street from house, I was get like these cars and go around and then these two, he had these tractors that were
Alright.
full rolls of toilet paper as like meatballs.
Oh, that's cool.
Carry around the house.
That's an awesome idea.
Then yeah, it was an awesome idea, but obviously you don't want to like throw these toilet rolls away. So once in a while, I would just like get toilet paper as I'm sitting on the toilet, and it's just like on both sides, like squished in and like dirty because they're just like, everywhere.
Oh, I get it. No, for sure. At the moment, we're going through a phase. I've got like, I'd say they're a puppy. They're not anymore. They're like 2. My dog at home loves doing horrible things and ripping away the toilet paper. But we have got the charge, and it is going to be interrupted. There we go. Bam. Excellent. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Well, I 100% want to have a little bit of a breakdown of how they managed to do those webs, because that was excellent. As you can see, the first damage amplification phase on the boss, but here comes some webbing. Not webbing, acid rain coming onto the group where we're going to have to soak each other's orbs. It's going to be a little bit of muck steer, as unfortunately we're working out the exact movement system for that. Once again, it feels like each time modes spawn, that's a new prog point. Okay, this is how we need to do these modes. This is how we have to do that set.
It's funny because you almost saw that coming in slow motion, how this is going to happen. There were so many opposing colored people in that area.
Yeah.
It's maybe the 6 players that are doing tethers. They're just very close to each other. But very different. And they're still alive. They're still, we see some swords are getting closer and closer to these modes. I think it is not but definitely exploding, so very likely die in just a second.
And here comes the second charge.
There is second charge, so
Boss down to
progression point.
Yeah, that's excellent news. So it's going to be a overlap by overlap kind of problem by the looks of it. It seems like they've worked out a really, really cool system for how to deal with the webbing. I don't know if we can perhaps get a replay of that first charge being done correctly, and we can kind of go through it in a bit of a step by step. That'll be kind of cool if that's at all possible. But if not, the fashion in which they do it seems to have been smoothed out. They allow the actual web swirlies as it spawns doesn't do any impact damage. It's just purely denoting where it's appearing, which I'm kind of surprised by.
Yeah, it's still as damage as like if you're standing in the puddle on the ground until you absorb it.
It seems like the damage is.
It's not a lot. Yeah.
But of course, whilst we are waiting for another pool, if you do what we are, of course, raising money for an amazing charity, Games for Love. And I thought it would be a good idea. Oh, I'll talk about that in a moment. Is there any chance we could go a little bit before this of when the web? Okay. But still, you can see them getting the charge in. Absolutely excellent here. The boss burrowing nice and far away. So as you can see, them having the red team on one side and the purple team on the other, or the blue team on the other. Very cool, managing to interrupt the boss and have the Rager's hard swap to the now stunned Anubarash, but unfortunately we do get a rain coming here, this acid rain, venomous rain I suppose it's called, coming in. They're trying to spawn orbs near each other, but Gingy unfortunately not being able to move out of the way of Zatsi, who was taking a little bit of a stranger route, but you can see the red team kind of coming in from a different direction, so there's something going on.
What
on
is
earth
that?
are those?
Okay, I've
What
never
are
seen
those?
that.
I haven't seen those before either.
Wait, that is
That might just be a didn't make its way over to Europe thing, Mitch.
maybe.
Moon shoes, super cursed.
What is the purpose of the moon shoes?
Oh, and anti-ground shoes as you jumped up and down. It felt like you was on the moon. Super NA apparently.
Oh my god.
I can imagine that like being on like Nickelodeon, like between cartoons, like a you know an advert, you know, something on Cartoon Network maybe. Oh, apparently they were very dangerous. Yeah, so of course, yeah. Before the replay, so I was
It's not defeat that defines you. It's how you bounce back. Reach your impossible. Lenovo Legion.
Here, want me to call you Arthur or the Joker? Which one is here? Who am I speaking to now?
So you don't think this is me?
Look at all these people! Who do you think they see?
Light be with you.
McDonalds. Direkt till dörren.
En like kan bli vänner för livet. Vi kallar det halloneffekten. Bli kungen av underhållning med Alente. TV och streaming i samma paket.
blocking and stuff.
Time to round it back up.
That's true.
Thank you.
We were in a
You're
very
like-
peculiar position for a while.
We need rounded numbers. Thank you so much, Raymond. I'm sure all of the people that got bothered by the number not being rounded are very happy about it. And then we do have a $40 donation by Anonymous coming in. I appreciate so much. No message.
Is that $40? Or was
Oh,
it
it's
$400?
Oh, that's...
Because I saw it jump a crazy
that
amount.
was the jump. Yeah, thank you so much, Anonymous. That is amazing.
Very, very kind.
Wow. And no message, just like that.
Yeah. It just drops $400 and just walks off into the distance.
Yeah. Love that.
Appreciate it.
So much. And then we have another $25 donation by EXO. And they say good luck to us. Thank you so much.
I really do appreciate all of the support. Of course, going to a wonderful charity. And we've got some really silly goals coming up, including now the RC Rumble, which we're going to be doing as soon as we possibly can. We'll make it so it makes sense, obviously. I think we're going to be having some time probably within the next couple of days where splits are going to be going on, so it'll be a perfect opportunity to catch up on some of the donations incentives.
We're going to have no more splits, not one.
We're going to have some splits, I'm sorry. Don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but
Okay.
it is what it is. So yeah, thank you ever so much, really do appreciate it. But right now, if you are just joining us, Echo indeed have managed to get down with Meza. Big thumbs up, they managed to do that around a couple of hours ago at this point. Yeah, about an hour and a half ago. And now they're working on the penultimate boss, the boss that we are most scared of in every way, shape or form. It is no good. It's very, very scary. Mechanically speaking, it's not too many additions, just like one major one that completely changes the way the fight works, where you basically got the equivalent of a phase 3 of Cybernetheris on Mythic, where the two players can't really touch or be close to each other going on, or something similar to Star Order, where half the team is one colour, half the team is the other, where you don't want to be matching the colours up too much. So that's something, if that's like any old gamers that want to have in your head roughly what's going on, that's the idea. But yeah, 10 people of one half the raid is going to be red team, half the raid is going to be purple team, and they cannot touch, but they do keep dropping orbs and having to interact in ways. So trying to figure out how they're going to be doing that movement is the difficult part. So yes, we're just waiting for them. It looks like they're on the other screen. Have we got Scribe yapping? No.
There's definitely some raid plan.
Mary's yapping?
There's always some raid plan.
Yeah,
Which
okay.
they're looking at, or like, yes, they're looking at, or other spreadsheets. But yeah, I mean, obviously they've gotten to that second overlap in their previous strategy around their 86% goal. So they're going to be discussing that, how they're dealing with that, what the positioning is going to be. Very likely they've talked about this beforehand already, because we talked about this earlier, that this boss has been tested on mythic difficulty on beta before, and a lot of the mechanics, or the timing of the mechanics, seems to be very similar to what we've seen there. So they're going to have a little bit of an idea on how they want to deal with this boss fight already. That's why we've seen the way that tethers have been used to stop the charge was something that was very intentional. Of course, the groups of players that were assigned to do the tethers was on purpose. They have the opposing colors, making sure they can soak each other's wounds, and then spread apart to stop that charge. But now they have to figure out that second overlap. Once we have the second poison bombs come in from Skin Spinner, then they have to make sure they get those wounds soaked.
I get the impression that this is one of the fights that during prog looks like a nightmare, but once something's fixed, it looks like ballet. You know,
Yeah,
it's
I
like
think
this
so as well,
beautiful
yeah.
dance going on. It's giving me like a sort of Helya style vibes as well. That early prog on Helya was nightmarish, but then as it went on, there was this sort of like refined movement within the chaos in a fashion.
It reminds me a bit of, okay, it's maybe not to that extent, but Queen Ashara had this very chaotic,
yes.
like it looked so chaotic initially, and then all of a sudden it was like this beautiful dance.
You're entirely right. It seems that people within have been sending in a couple more donations, actually, making sure that we did not have a round number.
It didn't last long.
It did not
I'm
last.
sorry.
We brought attention
Raven,
to
I'm
it.
sorry.
Oh no. Oh dearie me. But yeah, I'm looking forward to how this is all going to pan out there. Oh, apparently we have a Furby story. Most worried.
As we do elimination, $7.50 by station. And you say, sometimes battleground out of 7. So you can take my other cousin's rugby, place it on the floor, it terrified me, and it would run off. I will never forget it.
Wonderful. Furbies, you can use them as like wards against children.
That is so good.
I'm so glad. I want to hear these Furby stories. I'm not like, I feel like everyone has one as a child, even if you didn't have a Furby. You have a Furby story. We need to collect these. We need them like in an archive.
Here's a $5 donation by Furby, and they're saying, the way below winds deeper, longer, unspeakable, its patterns late, the lost forever damned to wander, this thing I cried meant.
Sounds about right. I think I heard one say that once. Thanks, Furby.
Thank you very much.
I like the idea now. We've conjured this like form of like some sort of ancient god Furby. I love it. No, no, go away! What the hell is that? I don't like that at all. Don't like that at all.
It's just like the ring. What are you?
It's gonna crawl through the TV. If you do see us all dead and covered like in Furby feathers, I don't know, fur, then yes, please do, of course, send an exorcist round to the SK Gaming facility here in Cologne.
Now we've all seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen the picture.
Oh man, that's it. Yes, 7 days.
We have another donation by Alex's Bean Supplier.
Oh, nice.
So you had to fix the number. Also, your bean shipment will be arriving soon. They donated $1.19.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I was
You have
wondering
a bean supplier as well, because I have a bean supplier.
Oh, snap.
And Jesse asked me if he can get some beans over me, and I was like, no, get your own bean supplier.
Exactly, what the hell?
So yeah.
That's like really rude, actually. We need to talk to him about that. Do you know, and production, I want you to look this up. Do you know what a fur bean is?
Furby. Oh
Fur
god.
bean.
No.
It's a thing.
No.
Please Google it.
Oh god.
Google it and get the picture up. It was my profile picture for a while. It's a great picture.
What is it?
You'll see. It's going to be up on screen soon enough. So this is going to be like, this is
Oh my God.
apocalyptic. It's horrible. The thing is that each time I Google it, there's like new versions of it, as if they like keep being. And I would say that people keep making them. I think they keep like apparating in different places. There we go. Look at that. That is not okay.
This is so not okay, and the fact that you mentioned it and the fact that production brought it up is also not okay. I do not appreciate this.
Oh, you got a Furby now. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Oh no. It's staring at us.
Oh, okay. I actually really like that. I like that. If we can get to. Oh no, actually, how is that even possible? I think it would take a long time to do. Maybe we can make our own Furby.
I mean, making our own Furby, maybe yes.
Not Furby.
Furby, no.
Well, you just get a Furby. You'd skin it, obviously. Covered it in glue and then just pour beans on it.
Yeah, because we all know famously liquid beans would stick on glue.
Look, I didn't say I was a smart man. Never point. No point. I say I was smart. Oh, I think I'm
we got
cursed.
a donation by Flint. $3.31.
That's much nicer. That is much nicer. 150 for 20.
Even nicer. 20,000.
That was true. Looking forward to the Scuff cosplay. Scuff cosplay could be signed to do Furbies as well. Okay, no. This is not a Furby stream. Make that a mo happen, Chris. Furby tap.
Farewell.
Oh, I think that's just a Furby's true form. Just covered in void, floating around. Yeah.
You know, they have a lot in common when you think about it. You know, South have like whispers things into people's ears.
That's true.
So that's Furby.
I'm pretty sure that is entirely true.
Yeah.
Facts, hard facts.
What can I do for you?
Have you ever seen Furby and Santa in the same movie at the same time?
I can't believe you said that. This changes
See you
everything.
around.
It's happening. We're just having production and they're making it. Oh.
They were one and the same.
Yeah. So if you got any more Furby stories, I feel that if we have enough Furby stories, we might just be able to summon one live here on stream through the portal and Dark Magics. But until that point, yes, we are working indeed on desperately trying to drag it back to World of Warcraft. We are working on, I was going to say Queen Azeroth, but that's just not true. We're working on her Silken Court beforehand, as it seems to be a very, very difficult initial part of the fighters are working on what systems they want to use to get the boss down.
Can you tell me the lore behind these bosses, why they're here?
I can actually.
Oh my god. I'm so excited.
So they are like not entirely. I know a little bit. I know why they hurt each other. Because like obviously it would make way more sense if these bosses, you know, didn't put webs out than to hurt the other boss, because otherwise they would just win.
Yeah.
But they actually are bickering amongst each other in order to be, you know, Queen Bee or Queen Crab, King Spider Crab guy, whatever's going on.
Want to be like
The very best. Like no one ever was. What's wrong with me? I'm so sorry. I'm subjecting you to a horrible co-casting situation right now. But no, I think they are bickering. They both are like trusted allies of Queen Azeroth and, you know, of her court, but they both want to, you know, be the most trusted ally. So whilst they're defending the Queen, they also kind of want to get rid of the other one.
all I'm hearing is that Queen Azeroth has horrible people that look after her. Like in this raid so far, we've had a spy that we're fighting that is trying to kill Queen Azeroth.
Yep.
And now basically the right and the left hand of her are fighting.
Yes.
It's horrible. Queen Azeroth, get your shit together.
It's gone, dude. Who would have known that teaming up with what is quite obviously a villain was turned out to have some sort of bad effects? Who would have known? Oh, man. I'm just saying, if someone came to you who was floating purple and whatnot and said, you know, kill your mum now and you win, I would still be a little hesitant about that. Apparently not. Apparently that's like a good vibe for a spider princess. Maybe. I think it's probably a little bit too late for that. As we actually are getting we're getting the triple stun going across here. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. This is excellent. This is what we want to see. So far, so good. We are soon going to be seeing the players getting ready for the next venomous rain. Here they are going to spawn boats that the opposing team need to soak. So obviously the... Oh, you can see the melee are doing good melee, and it seems that range are probably doing good range, which is an excellent little system. Awesome. They've done it.
Oh, I'm tired.
Going down, probably just due to the incoming damage, and yeah, like we couldn't survive just because of the we just need more CDs and DRs at that point. But mechanically speaking, that was perfect. You just have deaths to incoming damage, new best pull. That is not okay. That is not okay. I'm so sorry. That was incredible. A new best pull. I think in terms of the leaderboard, it's going to show SW at the very top now as well. Maybe not. Actually, I don't know if they got it low enough. But Liquid's best pulls, just so you know,